We interviewed Star, from Star and Buck Wild recently, and he said that De La Soul paved the way for Drake.
I heard that.
Yeah, I saw that, and I kind of disagreed. I disagreed.
I mean, I understand why he's saying what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
I think Drake is a talent, of course, amazing lyricist, great songwriter, undeniably. But I kind of understand what Star's saying. I think Star's saying we kind of like kicked the door down for the opportunity of there to be a difference, and I think when you had hip hop going the direction it was just before we cracked the door, it was boisterous. It was, it was one direction, and it was mainly a solo rapper. It was mainly a solo rapper saying, "I'm the best in the world. I do this. I'm running it." And I think De La came in and allowed the least expected person to be a rapper, the opportunity to rap. The least expected person you think would be listening to rap, say what he's saying and not associate to what's popping right now. And I think that's what maybe Star might be saying, to the extent of we gave the opportunity for the least expected person coming from the left to shine. It didn't have to look like what was happening. And I think that continued happening on and on and on throughout the history of hip hop. So if you want to look at it that way, cool. But an individual like Drake, I don't think he necessarily needed De La to exist. What a talented person. I think what happened is De La obviously laid foundation for people like that to be able to get their art or their talent heard. They already had the talent.
But then that shows how much we're all linked, because that's no different than if we gave that, we couldn't have given that without whoever gave it to us. So we're all linked. That's what I'm saying. Drake is linked to Kool Herc. We're all linked to each other.
That's right.
Well, I mean, I remember even the first album, the first single, that you guys had, Me, Myself, and I, it almost seemed like you guys were going against the status quo of, it's almost like you guys were, I wouldn't say dissing, but kind of saying, we're not really feeling the big gold chains and the beaver tail hat and the Puma sweatsuits and the kind of thing that seemed to be prevalent and almost required in hip hop.
No,
would that be a fair statement?
It definitely wasn't a diss. It was more just saying we're not that, and that you don't have to be that.
Yeah, we were more speaking to the individual who felt like they had to be that in order to be hip hop.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. It wasn't directed to excuse me, Mace.
That's all right.
It's not a statement that was directed to those who are, living that hip hop lifestyle, that look, and it was basically all about looks, if anything, but it wasn't to say that that's whack, because I had my money down on the gold chain.
Right.
I wanted, what I'm saying? It's like I wanted a big dookie rope and all that. So, I don't think it was that at all. It was directed to those people who felt like, damn, I don't have a voice because I don't look like that, or I don't have a voice because I can't do that. And it's like, yo, you ain't got to do that. It's like there's a lane for all of us. When Africa Bambaataa and Soulside Force came on the stage, looking like, the village people, but, strong brothers, It was like, they didn't care about what, people in Queens was rocking, or somebody had on a ring they was like expressing themselves.
And flashing them came on looking like Parliament Funkadelic.
Yeah, we were just saying that, we've been doing this. And just because we stuck right here in Puma's Adidas, don't mean that you can't go get yourself a pair of Tritons or some Mitras or some Lecoq Sportifs. That's all we were saying.
Yeah.
If we did somehow, give to that idea, I'll take that hat. I feel like that's a good thing.
$25 million bail,
I'm going in there and rob whoever got the $25 million bail. I'm taking everything out of his house because he won't be coming back. That's going to hit him now.
I've been so used to playing the back for so long that doing what I'm doing now, it's like I didn't even realize that how differently people are looking at me already in that sense. Like, there are people now when I go out, like before, people never used to come up to me when I go out, but now when I go out, people always come up to me.